of two letters from ZANUPF, the one written by the Secretary General Obed Mpofu, and the other written by the Secretary General, that is Mutenda. ZANUPF, knowingly that at the moment it has two Secretary Generals. Someone was saying I must show the letters, so this is one of the letter. In fact, it was written for the liberation hero status of John Kowa. It was written, signed by Obed Mpofu. And then the other one for Sikonjo, which was Begley written, they say Babongiwe Sikonjo, was actually written by Advocate JFN Mutenda. Now, Fatsaima decided to ask very, very innocent questions to ZANUPF Director of Information. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Fatsaima is keeping ZANUPF officials very, very busy. So, this was the question from a very, very polite question. She writes, Dear Farai, Dear Marapira Farai, who is the ZANUPF Director of Information, who's the Secretary General of ZANUPF official? Just kidding. Don't answer. Ramba waka wanda zwako. Iwe ungatozo dzingwawo. We need new leaders. I think she says, don't answer. I was just asking who is the Secretary who is the Secretary General, following two letters issued by two different Secretary Generals conferring hero status to two different ZANUPF individuals. Now, he answers, I think 1 hour ago, and says, don't get overexcited, Chisikana. You are too knowledgeable, I assume, and too learned, again assumed, not to be able to identify abuse of AI. I am not hiding. I don't just get excited. Overexcited like you love doing. So, Farai Muroiwa, I think Muroiwa means you are bewitched. I think he is bewitched, this face. Farai Muroiwa Marapira is saying these letters that we saw circulating yesterday, the one written by Obed Mpofu, signed as Secretary General, and the other one by Advocate JFN Mutenda, captioned by Secretary General of ZANUPF, one political party. The other one was issued on the 25th, and the other one was equally issued on the 25th by two different Secretary Generals of ZANUPF. And now Farai Marapira is saying, no, there was manipulation of AI. I think it must be very difficult these days to be, especially a subordinate within ZANUPF. Some don't know whether to go after Chiwenga's directive. Some don't know whether to go after Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa's directive. There is absolutely no way. We know how ZANUPF letters are written. It was written, signed, and then scanned, and then the scanned later was the one that is circulating on social media for the purposes of actually guaranteeing Zimbabweans. That is the original letter. But Farai Marapira says this was the manipulation of AI. Obviously, the man doesn't have answers. Shame. It must be difficult. These guys have been defending factionalism. I remember, let me just go through Fatsai Maere yesterday, also asking him a very, very innocent question. Let me see. All right. So a very, very innocent question that was actually asked. I about factionalism in ZANU-PF, and this fellow also responded. Let me just go quickly. I'm rushing there. Please just bear with me. Yeah, it must be after Chivayo. I think who is the Secretary General. I think I saw it where she was simply posing questions to Farai Marapira that you once said there is no ZANU-PF factionalism, and Farai Marapira saying no, there is. Yes, he say she wrote as following. Dear, I mean it was 3 days ago. Dear Farai Marapira, when we confronted you about this 7 months ago, you did not. You did. Why did you lie that there are no factions in ZANU-PF? Chionai kutukana kwa mave kuita. Which faction are you in? Wanyararireiko, we need, which means why are you keeping quiet? We need new leaders. Did he respond to this one? I doubt he did respond to this one. Let me try and see whether he did respond. I think Fatai Mayer, though not in parliament, is really keeping these guys, on their toes. Okay, he responded. He says, "Dear Fats, vibrant, I mean, answering why he denied that there was no factionalism, but quoting Chris Mutswangwa depicting that indeed there is factionalism. He says, vibrant discourse isn't factionalism. I'm very much here enjoying the leadership and guidance of President E.D. Mnangagwa. Takakula down isu, kurisei kwa uri. So Fatai Maere was trying to ask, where is this fellow? Because we didn't see him actually coming through, especially during the last press briefing that was done by none other than Maninze. This time around, dumping the faction of retired General Chwenga and speaking good about Gudagwashe Takwire. I mean, something that surprised a lot of people, and it trended that it was obvious that he was actually bought by the Zwikanandas, which are actually seemingly having a lot of money that they are busy dishing out in an attempt to survive politically in Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us to remember to support my album, which is entitled Uthando Lwakhe by yours truly, Hloniphani Ncube, available on all digital platforms, even on this channel. Take note, I've got about 2 channels of music. Kindly subscribe to both. They are managed by me and benefiting obviously me. Oga Ncube Mhlabane is signing